that you say? Oh boy, £800,000. Splendid. Don't tell me. Don't tell me where it's come from. I'm the chap who pretended not to know who'd paid for his own wallpaper, remember? And it served me jolly well, right up until the point that they chased me out of Downing Street with my tail between my legs because I lied about how much I knew about a sex pest, a notorious sex pest that I'd actually promoted within the Conservative Party. So don't think for a minute that these incidents happen in isolation or that they are separate or that they are unlinked or extricable. This is all a consequence of two things. First, the massive lie of Brexit. The massive lie of Brexit, which opened doors for people whose only qualification for promotion was buying in and promulgating the lie. So inadequacy gets rewarded. Dishonesty gets feted. Absolute unsuitability for high office gets rewarded with jobs in high office. That's problem number one. And when the lie began to break, when it began to fracture, when the truth began to get a look in, what do? They've got to get rid of the person who is letting the light in, which is when Boris Johnson comes in to replace Theresa May. One job and one job only: keep the lie alive. Get Brexit done. And then when he falls apart, as he inevitably would, not just because of the consequences of reality, but because of the corruption in almost every fibre of his being, politically, personally, professionally. You can list it until a week next Thursday. Then you're left with Liz Truss, because they cannot tell the truth. So these mad ideologues who think that prioritising profiteering companies over everything from health and safety legislation to the most basic worker protections is the way to get rich. They have about 10 minutes in the spotlight before they nearly drive the entire country off a cliff. And then who's left? Sensible Sunak, a man who was writing essays about leaving the European Union when he was still at school. The same school he was at when he gave that interview saying, I have aristocratic friends, I have upper-class friends, I have middle-class friends, I have working-class friends. Well, no, I don't actually have working-class. Well, round me up and give him a medal for being down to earth and in touch with ordinary working people and a king levelling up and the man to hang on to the red wall. What's that? Richard Sharp, his former boss at Goldman Sachs, not only got a weird sinecure in the heart of government, but also got promoted to the chairmanship of the BBC after helping to arrange an £800,000 loan for the most corrupt politician this country has ever seen.